Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I decided that I wanted to play as Aurelion Sol. I finally got him to 4 stars and I want to get an epic relic slot on him, so before I take on Lysandra. So I decided what better adventure to get the epic relic slot than the one where I face off against Aurelion Sol himself. So let's see. Unyielding determination. That can be... actually, it could have been worse. If it was the perfected mana flow, I might have some trouble. But unyielding determination is not that bad. Duplicate only sin is actually scary though. Sejuani with level up is not that frightening. I'll say, okay, so things are shaping up so for it to be a rather easy run. All of these are bad. Hold it. I guess hold it is just generally good as a stall option, so let's take it. I've played through a few runs with Aurelion Sol already, and with 4 stars, and I have to say it's, even with the introduction of the 6-star champions, this is probably the most overpowered champion in the entire path of champions. I was already vaguely aware of it. I saw the tier list and that he was at the top, but I didn't really realize how truly and utterly broken he actually was. Zoe. I guess if I can go behold the infinite into the Terry. Terry's camp to contest the Zoe. I think the biggest thing really is the fact that every time you summon a unit you double its stats. Like Mountain Goat, 3-4 goes to 6-8 for 2 mana. There's no way that the opponent can ever contest something like this. I'm playing overstated units every turn. In the Aurelion Sol adventure, the opponent does double the stats, but that's only of champions. The fact that our power makes it so we double the stats of every follower we summon is what makes it so strong. Basically every follower becomes a threat, and stat boosts are or every kind of item that boosts stats becomes significantly better because it effectively has double the normal value. Also the fact that you reduce the cost of champions, the fact that if you play an Aurelion Sol you just cast the skies descend on the entire board, the fact that all the champions that you play enter play leveled up. It's just a lot of things that contribute to the fact that Aurelion Sol is the strongest. I could go for the Aurelion Sol here. That's what I'll do. Let's go for the biggest unit. And now we should win. Because Aurelion Sol has the Troll King's crown. Because I thought, hey, perhaps going ahead and giving my massive board of units overwhelm is a good thing. There's no way he survives this, right? That's what I thought. Aurelion Sol really is strong. Playing him really makes you feel like you're playing a boss character. And not like those boss characters, but when you unlock them for your party, they just end up being really weak. It's an actual boss character. Let's see. Guys, is interesting but not that great. I could take literally any champion and it would be fine because they would be leveled up automatically when they're played, but I want something that has a bit of synergy with what we're doing. Aspiring Chronomancer with Attune. Attune's it's important to get created cards to reduce the cost of champions, but other than that, this bucket doesn't seem that good. But if I don't take this bucket, what buckets will I actually take? The Avalanche is decent, but the rest is meh. I'll take the Zillion, sure. Maybe we'll make it work. Gangplank or Poppy? I think I'll go for the Poppy and then try to go for the healer to cut a card from my deck. Set card will most likely be Kahiri. I think Kahiri is just a bit too slow, and we have better win conditions for the later stages of the game, namely Aurelion Sol and all the things it generates, all the cards it generates. Let's go ahead and play Aspiring Chronomancer. Oh, I could go Aurelion Sol or Moon Dreamer. I think Aurelion Sol's better. Consistently getting him into our hand is nice. A prank with Grifter's deck. Yeah, sure, I'll play it. -2 power and vulnerable on that guy is good. Makes him extremely, like, practically unusable unless he gets buffed. We're not at level 20 yet, so we don't get a champion in our opening hand consistently. But we shouldn't need to if we just draw them or predict into them. Why did that thing get buffed? Oh, the opponent has power overwhelming. I didn't even realize. Let's play the Mountain Goat, attack with everything, play a gem, and then play the Zillion. That sounds like a plan. Let's... Ooh, gem with the... I don't remember what it's called, but it draws a champion. It's very good, right? Let's drop down a Zillion. Time Bomb. When I'm summoned, I capture the strongest enemy. Sure. Time Bombs are nice. Oh, right! I was thinking, oh man, leveling up Zillion is going to be a bit of a pain. But now I remember, Zillion comes down leveled up already. So I didn't even need the Time Bomb. Let's go ahead and shuffle this back in. And then we predict into something else. Another Time Bomb, sure. Just for fun. Let's end the turn. The opponent will get the Poppy back. But if I play the Aurelion Sol, she just dies. Let's take the Cosmic Inspiration, sure. buff up our entire board. It might not even be necessary, however. The opponent is already at 5 HP. There's no way he survives this. There we go. I wonder if the Lysandra adventure will be as easy as this one's currently being. It likely won't. The Lysandra adventure is a significant step up in difficulty over the Aurelion Sol one. A lot of people even found it jarring how difficult it actually was compared to the Aurelion Sol, which was the previously was the toughest adventure out of all of them. I still think the Lysandra adventure has some things that are very annoying, namely the tripling up of the ice shards. Other than that, I think everything else is fine. Let's drop them the mountain goat, we'll get some gems going. All our units are massive. We can use the Behold the Infinite to get an answer to Fiora, hopefully. At least that's my plan. And then we will win. Okay, perfect. Falling Comet's an answer. Oh, but Written in Stars is something that draws us to champions. Do I want the Written in Stars? You know what? Sure. If I draw Aurelion Sol, then I just clear the opponent's entire board. And that's better than just delaying the inevitable with the Comet. Wait. She got an ancient coin. Okay, she came down one turn earlier than what I expected. Fortunately, we have a 3-cost Aurelion Sol. Oh right, she gets stunned. Cataclysma, however, does allow her to attack. It should be fine. I'll drop down the Aurelion Sol here. Clear the entire clear the Fiora. Living Legends or Cosmic Inspiration. My hand is kind of full, so I'll take the Cosmic Inspiration instead of the Living Legends. Let's see if he has an answer to the Sky's Descent. He doesn't. Oh, he plays a second Fiora. Didn't realize he had one in hand. And this one's not stunned. But I should still be able to win next turn. Hopefully. I'll play a Sky's Descent here, just so I have a clear attack next turn. Okay, Crescent Strike is interesting. It won't come up. Okay, I was worried he might have something that deals with the Aurelion Sol, but it didn't. He's in Demacia, there's no way he could have had something without a unit on board, right? Yeah, I think that's correct. Was worried for nothing. Ooh, Alio is cool, especially with Shadow Totem. We can rally basically immediately. Noticety on an EV is also cool. I'll take the Galio instead because the rally effect is nice. Do I want a shop or do I want to cut a card from my deck? If I were to cut a card from my deck, I would cut the Species Catcher maybe? Nah, maybe the Merciless Hunter instead. We have 800 however. Really want to spend my money. I'll cut a card instead. Let's cut the Merciless Hunter. She's not really adding much to the deck. We don't need the Vulnerable. And we also don't really benefit from the whole get a fleeting copy of the card in our hand when we play her, because we already have other ways to get more value out of our cards. Let's go ahead and behold the infinite. Okay. Probably the Traveler to continue the Degeneration train going. Next turn we can go into Wounded White Flame, and the following turn we go Traveler, and the turn afterwards we'll see. The opponent can't really do anything that's threatening for the first few turns. He has level up. I guess he could have high rolled into a champion, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems like the opponent just has nothing he can do. Charger, Moonsilver or Scourge? Moonsilver. Then we can Moonsilver this Star Shaping, drop down a Zillion. Let's predict on our next draw. Moondreamer is nice. With Zillion down, our cards will be we'll get fleeting copies of the cards we play the following turn, so all of a sudden we get double the value of our cards. So we should be fine. The opponent's still one turn away from Sejuani, and he will drop Sejuani down on a defensive turn for us, or on a defensive turn for him, and an offensive turn for us, which is significantly better for us than it is for him. Immortal Fire, the Warrior, Great Beyond. I'll take the Great Beyond. Ooh. Gargrounds. I don't remember Sejuani having that in her deck. I suppose she does, however. I really want to draw into Aurelion Sol. I also want to get rid of the cards that are currently cluttering up my hand. The 11-13 always connects, so I think this is lethal, however. We don't need anything else. Yep. There we go. A simple victory. We are really speeding through this adventure. Well, I am playing as a final boss, so I suppose that's understandable. I start a free attack with Aurelion Sol. That sounds very funny, so I'll take it. Power. Nature's Revenge, Endurance, Raiding Party. Nature's Revenge, I guess. There's not really many powers that would benefit us, so we just have to take whatever is the strongest. And that's Nature's Revenge. how good is it to actually get a sapling every time you get the attack token? It was at a point it was just at the start of the turn if you had the attack token, but now it's if every time you get the attack token, so it procs off of the rally effects from Scout, for example. So it's significantly better than it once was, but I don't know if it still warrants it being a epic power. Maybe it's better than what I actually think it is. I have to take the 4 here. I had no viable plays. I could have discarded the Moondreamer with the Spacey Sketcher, but the Spacey Sketcher doesn't really contest the Krusty Codgers, so I felt like there was no point to playing it. I think I would rather play the Behold the Infinites to try and get something that's playable. Okay. That allows us to kill that Krusty Codger with an attack with the sapling. Box the Puzz with Thieves' Tools and Great Club. He has the thing where his cards have an extra item. It can be scary, but it might not be. Oh, Dumbcans with Spell Shield, however, is frightening because we can stun it like I wanted to. I thought this thing had captured an enemy, but perhaps it was one of the other options that had that power or that item. Crescent Strike, Moon Silver. I guess Moon Silver to proc the Moondreamer's Nightfall is good. It also buffs up the sapling so it kills the Box the Puzz. That's nice as well. Let's go ahead and attack like so. Deal a little bit of damage to the opponent. We won't allow him to play anything. He really wants to save the Box the Puzz. And he will also save the Tamkench by doing that. What do I want to do here? I can Meteor Shower. Or I can Moondreamer. Let's Moondreamer, see if we get something good. Another Moon Silver. Let's take the Moon Silver. And then we'll use it. We'll hold. We have options next turn. We can Moon Silver the Moon Shower. Remove the Tamkench's Spell Shield. I think that's what I'll do. While at the same time we remove the Box the Puzz. Aurelion Sol is now playable. Let's get a Nerastin. When I'm summoned, summon a copy of me. Is that how it works? It just stacks another additional Sigil of the Storm. That's cool. Well, now we win because Aurelion Sol just attacks when he's summoned or played from hand, I mean. Does the opponent do anything? No. He can't do anything, he's at 1 mana. Didn't even realize that the Moondreamer was captured. Champion item chest or a healer to cut a card. I'll take the champion item chest to get more items on the Aurelion Sol. Regeneration. Yeah, sure. More copies of Aurelion Sol are always good, doesn't matter what I have. Ash can prove to be troublesome, but I think this end is good enough to take her on. We'll drop down mountain goats, get some gems, reduce the cost of Zillion, play the Moon Dreamer, get the Aurelion Sol down to 0, and then play him and win the game off of the Aurelion Sol's attack. Alright. Mountain Goat gets frostbitten because it's round start. Every round, even. Fortunately, I have a sapling with fleeting, so the opponent wasn't able to remove the sapling with the Avrosen Marksman. I mean, he did remove the original sapling, but I got another copy of him, and it's one that even reduces the cost of our champions, and that's good for us, because now I can go gem into Zillion. Saphirsa? Yeah, sure, Saphirsa. I could also go for the Galio, but I think Zillion's better. Ooh. Start shaping, just so we get more cards that are celestial. Let's block that. Should I go Galio? No, I'll wait. Let's use a Behold the Infinite. Great Beyond, sure. Will be playable with Aurelion Sol next turn. Here I can go Aurelion Sol into Great Beyond. I also can go for other things if he somehow clears my board, or at least partially clears my board. Wait, why didn't the Sigils of the Storm get destroyed? That's so weird. The Aurelion Sol is Titanic. The Aurelion Sol was Titanic. Why didn't the Sigils of the Storm get destroyed when it was played? Man, this game sometimes. Well, let's attack with everything and kill the opponent. There! Another quick victory. I'm still weirded out by what happened. Why did the Sigils of the Storm not get destroyed when I played that Titanic unit? Maybe it was a weird interaction with the quick strike blade. That's probably it. By power, the best defense. Yeah, sure. A power is a power. Do I want to get Morgana? Or do I want a Misfortune? Misfortune with the quick strike blade is funny, so I'll take the Misfortune. Just because. Zed. Or Karma. Karma with Rekindler. I don't need another revive. Although Zed with level up can be frightening. We subject ourselves to the possibility of taking a bunch of damage from the Blade in the Darkness. I'll take that risk. There's no way it's that risky, right? I mean, the opponent starts with 3 mana, then yes, it's that risky. But my units are all massive, so you can contest the opponent's units very well, right? Okay, so far so good. We won't be able to jump block the Zed, however. Well, we'll be able to jump block him, but our units will die in the process. Maybe... oh, the wounded white flame won't get killed, so unless he has a buff here, this is fine. Okay, that's great for us. We now even have ways to tutor for champions in the gems we got, so we can go gem, and then we'll play a Zillion. Let's get an Aurelion Sol, sure. And then we'll drop down the Misfortune. Irelia. I'll still drop down the Misfortune. Looks like fun. At the very least, she will trade with the Irelia. Well, not unless the opponent just decides to take the damage. Ooh, summoning copies of Irelia. All of that just to block my units. I think this is fine. I think we can afford to take it slow. Yeah, sure. This is good enough. Next turn we'll drop down Galio. Or we'll drop down Aurelion Sol and kill the opponent even. We should be at the point where we can kill the opponent with an Aurelion Sol attack, right? Ooh. Carry. How about I just do this instead? Reduce the cost of my champions by a whole bunch. Let's split the Aurelion Sol, sure. Living Legends for the extra mana? Yeah, sounds nice. This is just a kill on the opponent, right? Yep. Just clear his entire board and attack at the same time. Sounds fair.
That's why I'm the captain.
Hopefully we get something interesting off of this item chest. Spirit on the mountain goats, great. We're playing a lot of mountain goats early. Do I want to cut the Celestial Wonder? It's probably the weakest card in my deck. However, the Solari Priestess is a bit clunky. One of these has to go, right? I could also cut the Moon Dreamer because it's so expensive. I'll cut the Moon Dreamer. We don't need a card that invokes that's so expensive. We already have the Star Shaping, which is a lot more flexible of a card. Yeah, sure. Burn beneath the Dragon's Fury. Actually, I should be a lot more scared than what I am. The opponent is in fact capable of duplicating a Lee Sin, and he will deal a bunch of damage when he attacks. Can buff up a unit to 5 attack. Serpent with Crystal Carrier? Yeah, that sounds great. The extra mana always comes in handy. We just have to take the 5 here. It's sad. But at the very least we'll be able to heal up. We'll be able to heal up after this encounter, because it's a boss encounter. Do I want to drop down the Mountain Goat? Or the Solari Priestess? I'll go for the Mountain Goat first. Let's attack like this. And we'll pull one of these. And we'll attack with that one as well. Attack with everything. He's going to give barrier to both of the Lee Sins? No, he isn't. He's just casting a spell because he feels like it, I guess. Well, now we're able to drop down the Aurelion Sol's cost down to 4, so we can play him next turn and clear the opponent's entire board. Hopefully he plays a unit here. Perfect. He has to have 2 spells that cost 1 or less in order to save the Lee Sins. There's no way he has 2 spells that cost 1 or less combined. That's what I thought. I wonder, what can he do for 1 mana? Nothing, apparently. So he will just die here. I even got Star Shaping, just so I could go into the next fight with full HP. But I'll heal here, so I won't need to play it.
You've been wonderful, as have I.
Galio, Misfortune, or Zillion. The +1 cost on Zillion doesn't really matter, right? But the extra stats on Misfortune matter because she starts a free attack right away. So I'll take the extra stat on Misfortune. Stabilize, Trifarian Might, new student. Let's take Trifarian Might, see how it interacts with the stats duplication on my units. It's a good exercise of science to test it out before the Lysandra adventure, so I know what to expect if I get that option in the future, in a run that's actually threatening.
Firepower solves everything.
Let's see. Theoretically, this shouldn't work, but it does.
Push back the darkness. Burn away the shadows.
It's sad that I have to trade the mountain goat, but I don't want to take 12. Next turn. I can go for Zillion. I can also just use 2 gems on the sapling, so I don't have to hardcast the Zillion. That's what I'll do. Drop down the Zillion's cost to 0, play the Zillion, get things going that way. Misfortune looks great.
Time waits for no one. No one but me.
Jana. Well, the Galio costs 0, so I'll drop him down as well.
Let's get the I may be made of stone, but I'm all heart.
I didn't realize that the Galio would proc the what's it called? Trifarian Might when you summon an ally with 5+ power. The Galio didn't have 5+ power, right? Oh, but it did have the Reckoner mark. Okay, I understand. I guess because the Shadow Totem summons a copy of Galio that's created by Shadow Totem, then the Galio itself will come down with an extra item. It's a weird interaction to take into account, but it does make sense with the way our powers work. Brainworm on the Behold the Infinite. Yeah, sure. Reduce the card adventure, the opponent's card advantage, while at the same time building up my own. Anything else I want from this? Black Market Merchant. I don't think we do a lot of plundering, so let's use one reroll. Warding Shot, Wild Protector, Golden Ages, all of these are terrible. What a waste of a reroll.
Tell you when I get there.
Yasuo with Perfected Mana Flow. That's definitely a scary fight, right? He's going to play the Yasuo right away. He's going to stun me, my units every time he attacks. I should have probably held off on playing anything here. Try to strike something with the Mountain Goat on summon. But it's fine. We kill the Yasuo right away. Let's see if he has another one in hand. Doesn't look like it. But I'll be cautious. I'll play a single gem and then I'll go ahead and pass. I'll take the 2. No need to overreact to that board. Messenger, Equinox, Moonglow. I'll take the Equinox. And I'll keep holding. There we go. A Yasuo. That's what I expected. Damn, that's a lot of star shapings. That's practically all of them.
The way, past, present, and future, all in my hands. We've been through a lot.
Let's go ahead and we got the misfortune for this turn. We should be able to kill him here. Maybe. Let's pass the turn, see what he does. He obviously plays something here, right? Yes, he does. Let's... Ooh, the Kingfisher is nice with our deck. So we'll take it. Let's try and draw a whole bunch of champions. Let's drop down the misfortune. Hopefully we kill the opponent here. It likely won't be enough. But we do get very close. If the opponent just doesn't block, or if I pull this here, I just kill him. Who would have thought that doubling up the stats of every unit you play is better than just doubling up the stats of some of the units you play? Zillion with mana deposit. Well, I suppose that makes it better to just hardcast him instead of waiting for the discount. So we'll take it. And Zillion's nice because all of the fleeting cards it generates are created by him, so they do contribute towards the cost reduction on our champions, right? I'm not making that up. I'll test it out here. We got 2 Zillions. We'll be able to play. We'll be able to play at least one of them next turn. Spaces Catcher. Let's go for the Galio instead. Galio is fun. Oh, Victor has duplicate. I should have checked. Victor with duplicate's not that scary. Or normally it would be scary, but in a situation where I just have all of these powers going for me and I'm playing Aurelion Sol, what is normally a scary opponent to face ends up being a rather easy matchup instead. He drops down the Victor here. He now has 2 Victors. But I can play the Zillion. I'll kill the Scrap Scuttler. I'll go ahead and get the Mountain Goat. Further work on the cost reduction.
Just as I have always known it would be.
If he attacks here, I can jump block with these 2 units. He needs to get some keywords that allow him to go under us, like Brash or perhaps Elusive would be the ideal one for him. Okay, Challenger allows him to pick what blocks that Victor, but this is still good for us. We can now just go ahead and win off of this. Mountain Goat. Careful preparation. Let's play with the Mountain Goat first. We get a gem. Let's buff up that guy. It's a Fizz. We can go ahead and attack with everything. There we go. We deal 27 damage to the opponent. He needs to have a way to get rid of our board, but he doesn't. He's at 0 mana. And he wasted all of his mana on a card that had its cost increased. Let's go ahead and drop down a Galio, see if we get lucky and attack the Victor and get the rally effect off. Okay, we didn't get lucky. We didn't get the rally effect off. Him leveling up Victor is fine. The Victor is going to be permanently stunned forever because of the hold it. And now we will win because our Aurelion Sol is going to come down. It's going to cast the is going to cast Disguise Descend. Oh! Not even necessary to play the Aurelion Sol, I guess. We can just go for this attack instead. Okay, it's time to prove which one is the better Aurelion Sol. Quick strike blade on the mountain goat. Sounds perfect. More attacks, more gems. More gems mean more cost reduction. And more cost reduction means a quicker Aurelion Sol. Let's see which Aurelion Sol will actually prevail. I'll keep one misfortune. Toss out the Galio. I need the mountain goat and other cards that create cards, just so I have something that can reduce the cost of my units. I'm going to discard the star shaping. I really need the cost reduction. Moon Silver, sure.
Where I'd paint my constellation.
Moon Silver with the misfortune works, I'm pretty sure. Let's go ahead and do just that. Thin out our deck a little bit. I'll play the misfortune, yeah. Why not? Deal a bunch of damage on to the opponent on the first turn sounds like a good thing to do. I could shuffle another misfortune into the deck, but I don't think it's necessary to dilute our deck. This should be enough. Ooh, Pike. When I kill an enemy, I strike the weakest enemy. I guess I just have to make it so he doesn't kill an enemy. Written in Stars or the Serpent? Let's take the Written in Stars. Keep working in our cost reduction and card advantage. He's going to kill the Spaces Catcher, which is unfortunate. But it should be fine. I can go Written in Stars, Taris Camp into Galio. Sounds like a plan. Ooh, an Echo. Cool. Galio or Zillion? I'll play the Zillion. Clear out the used Firebrand. Then I'll get another Galio. Why not?
Just as I've always known it would be.
I can also go for Time Trick into Galio. That sounds good. Time trick reduces the cost of the Galio. Let's get a misfortune. And then let's get a Aurelion Sol as well. And then let's play the Galio. Make sure we overkill the opponent by a bunch. He was already dead a while ago. I just want to rub salt on the wound. Now he just dies like so. Perfect. And with this, oh right, he has unyielding determination. That almost mattered. Almost. So, with this we prove we are the superior Aurelion Sol. That was fun. Such a vulgar display of power over the opponent. I wonder if we'll do the same to Lissandra. But that will only happen next week. So, until then, bye bye. See you soon.